More money is flowing into Gulf Coast casinos, and that means more workers are needed. The Silver Slipper Casino Hotel holding an on-the-spot hiring event this afternoon to meet that growing demand. Parker Boyd reports.
Crowds filled the Silver Slipper Wednesday as job seekers turned out for on-the-spot interviews and hiring opportunities across multiple departments.
In the casino industry, we always hire and we're always looking for people.
The hiring push comes as casino revenue continues climbing along the Mississippi Gulf Coast. The State Gaming Commission reports Mississippi Coast casinos brought in more than $131.6 million this past February. Silver Slipper Vice President Angie Trubner-Webb says when business grows, so does the need for more workers.
April is kicking off strong. When I get new customers into the building, I need employees to be here to take care of them.
Audrey Aruda Bellucci came hoping to land a serving job.
I have a lot of serving experience, so used to fast pace, a lot of different different settings.
As business picks up at the Silver Slipper, that demand is reaching its supplier, Pincher Seafood.
It's been such a success for us.
Pincher supplies fresh domestic seafood to the Silver Slipper. Owner Casey Marquardt says the partnership keeps local workers employed and money circulating in the community.
It absolutely ties together. It keeps our local people working, it keeps the economy growing, and we're able to supply opportunities for jobs.
The Hancock County Chamber of Commerce says casinos help attract more visitors to the area, which means their impact spreads beyond the gaming floor.
They are attracting visitors, and when we attract more visitors, we need to hire more jobs, right? And those people who are earning an income from casinos are also able to fuel our economy through their own paychecks.
For job seekers like Aruda Bellucci, that growth could mean new opportunities. In Hancock County, Parker Boyd, WLOX News Now.
Well, it's a beautiful